recording. Recording. You gotta put your camera up.
Es que se apaga esto, Sergio, te lo estoy diciendo.
Tap it occasionally.
¿Qué le pasa a esto?
What I see. What?
Esto está poniéndome algo aquí que ya pasó. De nosotros aquí hablando.
You need to put like headphones in or something.
Okay. You guys ready so we can finish this shit? Now we're not doing shit. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
¿Qué está pasando aquí? Espérate.
You gotta wear headphones, bro.
¿Para qué? Pero tenemos un solo par de headphones.
I have headphones.
Just our AirPods.
Yeah.
I'd probably move your camera though.
Yeah, the microphone.
¿Y esto aquí ahora?
It doesn't go into your tablet.
Put it into.
¿Por atrás?
Yeah.
Yo soy el 2. Hello.
There you go.
¿Tú me escuchas?
I can hear you.
Pero ahora yo no escucho a nadie.
Can you hear
Hello?
me now?
Hello.
No.
Hello.
Maybe you
No.
need to change
Hello?
the output.
¿Tú me escuchas?
Maybe you need to change the output.
¿Tú me escuchas?
No. Yeah, I hear you like really low.
Pero yo no escucho ese micrófono ahora. Habla ahí.
Yo.
No, ni te escucho a ti tampoco.
I think this Claudia has it with her AirPods actually.
Hello. ¿Tú me escuchas? Habla ahí.
Hello.
It's because Claudia has it with her AirPods.
So what does that
Connected
do?
to her computer.
Entonces, ¿qué hacemos?
Just hear us talk. Try and hear us talk when we're talking like this, I guess. Let's
¿Así?
test it. Let's go. Start it, copy.
¿En inglés o en español, bro?
In English, bro.
Bro, that sucks.
Bro, Spanglish. Welcome. Hola, ¿cómo andan? How you doing?
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about a lot of stuff and you select what topic you want to hear. Okay? So in this time, we have Claudia as a guest and as always, Yadiel Amoedo as a co-partner in this podcast. How are you guys?
I'm good. How are you, Claudia?
I'm also good, thanks.
Okay, today we're gonna have a very good topic to talk about. We want to talk about the future, how to invest in your future. What are the stuff you need to learn on the road? What is the best advice you can have? What is the best strategy you can have to invest in your future? Of course, for a better future. In your case, Jadiel, what is the learning experience you have in the last 3 years of your life? So what makes you change in the last 3 years that you see yourself back there and you see, oh my God, you know, I came across this experience, I came across this problem, I overcome this situation, and that makes me be a better person. So what is that?
I think for me in the last 3 years has been a really big change. So 3 years ago, I was just, I had my own business at the same time. So I wasn't like that stuck on that 9 to 5 type mentality. But
3 years ago, how old you was?
23.
23. Okay.
22, 23, something like that. But yeah, so 3 years ago, I had a business that was just paying me a little bit every single week. And I was very content. You know, I would take whatever that was paying me and I would go blow it because I knew it was coming back the following week. So with that said, I feel like the biggest differences has just been investing more into myself. And it wasn't always like that. It just almost clicked. Like one day, it literally just clicked. Like I saw the people in my family for the most part, if I'm being very honest. Um, all of like the older people, and I didn't see myself living like any of them. So I knew that I was going down the same paths. Like they were doing the same things that I was doing. They were getting a little paycheck, buying some new shoes, buying some new clothes, going out to eat, and this and that. And that's just the lifestyle that they had, and they're all happy, I guess. But it's not the happiness that I want, I guess, where they can only go on vacation once a year, and they have to ask for permission to go on vacation, and then even on that vacation they limit themselves because that's the only
Yeah,
thing
your
that they can
body's on
do.
vacation, but your mind is back in the
So
job.
it's one thing that one like little quote or something like that kind of changed, or one saying, I don't think it was a quote, was like a lot of people go on vacation running away from their current lives. So you go on a week vacation running from your current life, which you're stuck in every single freaking day, and you're trying to enjoy this vacation as much as possible, hoping to not come back, and then you just got to come back and start going to work again. So that's definitely just not the way that I'm just trying to live the rest of my life.
And it's sad. It's sad because you see a lot of people when they came back from vacation, they start talking about all the things they did in the vacation and blah, blah, blah. And they were happy at that time. But after the first day back in the job, everything changed. I mean, like, damn, I have to do this again. I have to wait for another whole year. And I have kind of the same experience when I was working on Toyota dealership. I remember I saw my managers planning vacation 1 year ahead. I mean, 1 year ahead, he was trying to book a cruise to go to Bahamas or stuff like that. And I told him, like, when I saw that, I say, oh my God, this is beautiful. You know, you're going to have a really nice vacation. And he said, yeah, yeah. And I told him, when you plan to leave it, when you planning to leave it, when you planning to leave. And he say, it's going to be next year by this time. And that was like, what? Next year? And I went back to the room, to the, lunch room. And I was like, wait, this guy is trying to book a vacation for next year. So that means he already paid for. I mean, he paid for the cruise and everything.
Paying a monthly.
Yeah, you have to pay that. I mean, I don't care, but you have to pay anyway.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, he was sure that he's going to leave for the entire year. I mean, nothing's going to happen. He's going to leave for the entire year just to go for that cruise. I mean, he have to wait the entire year to go there. And that hit me a lot. That hit me a lot because I was like, okay, I'm in this position right now. A car salesman. I have an 8 to 5 job, and I cannot control my time. I don't have control over my time. They control me every single day, including weekends.
Yeah.
Just to be honest, including weekends. So, and that changed my mind a lot. When I'm started reading that there is another ways to make money, there is another ways to grow in this country, because there's a lot of opportunity right there. You just need to focus and hang with people that are really successful or wants to be successful, because that will change your mind a lot. And that hit me a lot, the case of that guy's planning his vacation 1 year ahead. I said, I don't want that in my life. I want to have the time to take my kids to school, take my kids to sport, take my kids to vacation, my family, enjoying time with my friends without schedule. I mean, right now we have a schedule, but it's our schedule. We made that schedule, and if we need to change something, nobody gonna get hurt. You know what I mean? And that is the point that I saw people every single day driving to the job, and they are sad, man. They're really sad. I mean, you look at your right hand when you're driving in the highway, and you see the people, like, complaining in the phone. They are sad. They don't want to go where they need to go. I mean, they don't want to work. They just go there because they paycheck and they have to pay whatever they have in debt.
Claudia, so you're very new, fresh out of high school. You already graduated?
Yes.
So you're very fresh out of high school. By the way, those of you that don't know, you probably any of our channels or anything like that. She's new here with us, bless you.
Yeah.
So she's very new here with us, currently coming into the real estate. It's an opportunity that honestly I wish that I had coming out of high school. I know that I would definitely be in different shoes right now. So what do you have to say?
I was just gonna say that I think coming out of high school, when you're in school, everybody is just go to college, $30,000 debt, more than that most of the time, and get a normal paying job, work every single day until you're like 50 years old, then not even like 60 years old, then finally retire and enjoy your life. Yeah.
Yeah, right now it's 72. That's crazy, man. That's freaking crazy.
And that's the mindset that I had, and I can't say I completely have changed it, but I am trying to change it. And I know that now if I put in work, I can enjoy later on rather than the other way around, than working and then later on be old and barely being able to move and then enjoy life.
One of the reasons I wanted Claudia on the team was from a lot of the people that I personally know, Claudia had a nicer car than she currently has and returned it for a cheaper, more reliable car that she could just pay off just to not have that monthly payments and work on herself. That's something that almost no kid out there is doing, and that is the absolute smartest way to start in building something for yourself. A lot of kids straight out of high school, we have family that's going through this, and we're going to kind of see the difference as it plays out. Fresh out of high school, getting a brand new job, getting an $800
monthly
plus
payment.
car
Yes.
payment on a car, where he's already been through 3 jobs in a matter of 2 months because that's it. This is his life now. Now he has to go to work just to pay a car.
That's the pattern right there.
Absolutely nothing.
That's the pattern right there. Yeah. And they think that's the right way to do it. They think that's the right way to do it. So when you get that paycheck every 2 weeks, you already owe money to somebody else.
You already owe that shit.
Yeah. I mean, there is no way that you can save money in your 20s if you have that mentality when you drop off the school. Yeah. That's a completely different mindset than the ones we have right now in our latest 20 or starting, earliest 30. But let me tell you something that came from parents as well. Yeah. Because if my dad have the same mentality that I have right now, and he saw me make this mistake, the first reaction would be, hey, no, hold on, take that money, get a $200 payment card, and save the $600 because you was thinking to get the $800 car, so that means you are now willing to save and invest $600 a month because you're already gonna pay that anyway if you get that car. So the mentality in the parents and moms and dad, it has to change as well. It has to change as well. It doesn't mean that they were teach that this is the right way. You drop off the school, you get a degree, you get in debt for $30,000. $30,000 is very minimum.
Yeah,
but it's a lot more. It's a lot more. There is a lot of kids out there that wants to be a doctor, wants to be a lawyer, stuff like that. And we talk about hundreds, $100,000 career in debt. For what reason? For what reason? So I say the first thing we need to do as parents, as a friends as well, because we have a lot of friends that we can help with the mentality, is if you are thinking in better future, you need to start investing in education. Educate yourself the right way. I mean, there is a lot of information out there. Don't get me wrong, there is a lot of bad information out there as well. But if you start looking for the good information and you start asking yourself the right question, that means you will get the right answer. So start looking out there. And the very first advice that I give to the population out there, the young kids, the the parents, is start investing in yourself. Start investing in books, course, seminars, webinars, whatever it takes. You need to start doing that, and it's not late for anybody. I mean, you can be 40 years old, 50 years old. There is always time to learn new things and change that pattern that you have been teach from your grandfather, from your fathers, and stuff like that. I mean, there is no excuse out there to not be able to have the best information in your side.
I totally agree with that. Yesterday, or the day, I think it was the day before yesterday, I had some friends over my house, and we were talking about investments. So he was like, "All right, I already got 2 properties that I own. I have about $30,000, $20,000, whatever it is, invested into crypto. I have about $100,000 in the bank. I don't know what to do with it." And my response was exactly the same response. I said, "Okay, if you already have 2 houses under your belt, you already have some money invested in crypto. I'm not going to tell you to go put it in stocks. That's if you want to or not. But the absolute best investment that you could do with $100,000 in your bank account, $5,000 in your bank account. I actually told him to grab $5,000 out of those $100,000 and to go invest it in himself.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure out how to, he has a business. Go figure out what's the best way for your business to start reporting taxes. Figure out how to freaking do advertising for your business. That's investing in yourself. That's investing in your business. A lot of people, investment depends on, you can invest at any stage in your life. You have to know what you're investing on. In early times when you don't have a lot of money, the absolute best investment you can do is on yourself. Every single day, the only thing, and I've told people in my family this, the absolute only thing that has absolutely changed my life, and I'm not telling everybody to go do this, it's just when I'm in a car, listen to a podcast or a book and not music. That I don't read all day. I don't wake up and let me go listen to a book. I don't go to sleep listening to a book. I don't spend my day listening to a book. But every time I hop in the car, just put on a book.
That's the best opportunity out there.
I don't want to listen to the same song for the 50th time.
Let me tell you something. I personally believe, if the majority of population, when they jump in the car, they start listening to a book or listening to a podcast, we can have a better world. We can have a better future. Because it's true that the future depends on us 100%, but it's very true as well that the external factor out there will make our future difficult or better or easier. So if the majority of people, I mean, the young people out there, listen, guys, there is no time to waste in this time, to be honest with you. There is a lot of opportunities, still a lot of opportunities out there. Nobody imagined that one single picture that they call NFT right now will be selling for millions of dollars as art, as a digital art. Nobody. So when there's a lot of stuff out there going on, a lot of new stuff out there going on, you need to start educate yourself and what's next, or what can be next, or maybe you can be the next new things. I was listening when I was on my way to the office today, a podcast about Thomas Edison. That guy was a genius. I mean, he find out everything about electricity. He was the guy that created electricity. And it was a funny story about him that, on the 1800s, they illuminate the house with a candle, right? Mm-hmm. With fire, with a little fire, the candle, stuff like that. You know what the guy did? He was so obsessed with the light. That he burned out the entire farm of his dad when he was working. He burned it out. And when his dad came back, say, "Why do you do that?" I said, "I just want to see what happened if I did it." I just want to see what is the potential of the light. I never see that massive light coming out of wood because I was just looking at the candle and it's the later stuff. So now I know I can do bigger stuff. And he started working on his project. And he invert the electricity. He commercialized every single product about electricity, the bubble, the connections. So what I take from this is nothing is small if you have the passion to put it out there and grow. For me, in real estate, when everybody say, no, you cannot do that, we're going to find a way to try to make the deal sense, right? So that's what we do every day. That's what we do every day. And another advice that I can give to the kids out there, to the young people out there, is to find what they really love to do. Sit down, close the door in your room, sit down, get a notebook, and try to find what makes you wake up every day. Trying to find what you really love. And when you find that, start working on it.
I used to kind of agree with that, but as the years come and the more people you kind of talk to, it's very hard to figure out what the fuck makes you happy. So the thing that I've came across, and one of the things that I've actually done in the last 3 years is, for one, I asked Claudia the other day, I said, what does a perfect day look like to you? I feel like you can't just ask, people are asking themselves the wrong question. What makes me happy? You know, what the fuck makes you happy? There's so many things that make you happy and so many things that don't make you happy. But you just have to ask yourself, what does a perfect day look like for you? Okay, so like, let's say you can start with like, what does my morning look like, afternoon, bedtime, and then try and figure out maybe down to the hour as you get a little closer, as you get a little more in. But the only way to figure that out, what the fuck do you actually love, is to start doing shit and start failing at shit. You're not failing, you're just figuring out that that's not your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You don't know if being a manager at McDonald's is your thing or not unless you go and try. You don't know if real estate's for you unless you come and try. And if you're on the older side, then you got to definitely start trying to figure it out. But if you're on the younger side, in your 20s at least, fail at as many things as you can. Go work at as many places as you can. And I promise you, you'll start kind of figuring out like, okay, I like this. I don't like dealing with people as much. Maybe the restaurant business isn't for me. I'm not a good server. I don't like dealing with people's shit. So let me go into here. And that's really the only way to figure shit out, is by failing at things and finding the next one. Whenever you fail at something, all right, that was a learning experience.
Mm-hmm.
What's next?
Is take the fail part as experience and not as you lose something. I mean, you end in losing time, but at the same time, you gain experience, which is more important for me. It's more important for me because right now, when you're going to apply for a job, what's the first thing they do? What's your experience? You know, what's your experience? It doesn't matter right now if you are 50, 60, 70 years old. So what's your experience in the industry? Because we can see that in our business here in real estate, when a realtor came and, you know, they're probably 40, 50 years old, that doesn't mean that they have the experience that we have in our 20s or 30 years old, right? So we probably know, and for sure, we know more about the business than a new realtor that joins with, if he's 40, 50 years old. That's true. And the companies, the biggest company right now out there are looking for what is your experience, but are you willing to take the risk? Are you willing to learn new things? So what's your skills, your negotiation skills, what your learning skills? Because if I can teach you do something quick and you learn quick, you're going to be a better job. You're going to be a better worker, right? So right now, it doesn't matter if you're 40, 50, 60, 72. The thing is, are you able to learn new things? Are you able to sacrifice time to learn new things? That's for me is the biggest change of people when they get into the door.
I feel like a lot of people just make excuses before they even try. Like I don't know, I'm just gonna give examples. Older people will tend to be like, "Oh, I can't go to the gym because I'm old." And I'm like, "There's 60 years old, 70 years old in the gym. Oh, this didn't work, so I'm not going to try again. Oh, I applied here and they said no, so I'm just going to not look anymore." And if you actually want to try for something and you're actually motivated to get something, just because you fail doesn't mean you should stop. Fail doesn't mean stop. It means keep trying until you get it.
Yeah, it's just like that. So what is for you, the biggest advice that you can give to the people out there, youngest people today?
I think I already said it. To be quite honest, no clickbaits, no bullshit. The absolute biggest advice is to stop listening to music all the time and listen to something, a podcast or a book, and you only have to do it while you drive. Only while you drive. If you want to do it more, then that's up to you. If you want to do it less, that's up to you. Um, I would say that, and go testing different things out. And definitely, people's opinion cannot affect what you're doing at all, because people are always. Claudia says it best, actually. Um,
Example.
You're gonna get judged regardless.
And that judge come from the family, which is sad.
Everybody, especially the family. And the family sometimes is what holds people back the most. Sometimes
Mhm.
you gotta be able to just tell your parents to fuck off, and that's complicated. Everybody goes through that, but it's complicated. But yeah, so one of the biggest stories is the guy from Starbucks. He got rejected. I was actually looking it up that way. I can come with a fact number. He got rejected 217 times on his Starbucks idea. We have people in the real estate industry that quit after getting denied 3 loans when they reported $2,000 on their taxes last year.
Mhm.
Go to 200 banks, motherfucker. I bet you get a fucking loan.
Mhm.
The other biggest thing is the best way to use your time is in this life, period, is networking. Networking. Every time you go out, try and be yourself, try and look as sharp as you can while being yourself, and definitely try and meet as many people as possible. Growing up, I'd say to maybe last year, the year before, I was an absolute introvert. I'm still, I don't know if you guys noticed, but we walk into a room and I rarely say hi. Like, I'm just like, I wave and that's it. I'm not that type of person to walk in and say like, "Hey, hi, how you doing?" Blah blah. Very quiet and very to myself. But anytime that I get the chance to speak or that I can speak with somebody, I want that person to try to remember me because I don't know who the fuck they are.
You don't know who is next to you.
Mm-hmm. The fucking CEO of Microsoft was just friends with the guy.
There is there is an experiment out there that they call the elevator. So you have 15 seconds to introduce yourself before the elevator hit the floor number 20. You don't know who is next to you. It can be the richest man in the world, but it can be the hardest worker in the world. So everybody can give you an advice from their perspective. So it's what you do with that advice that will make you different the next day. So I just want to give some books that makes me better person, makes me better professional. And I have to start with the top seller, man, with the top seller, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's a book that you need to read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I don't care how many times. Every time I read that book, I find new things. Because every time I read the book, I understand things that I didn't understand last time I read it. So Rich Dad Poor Dad is a great book to start. It's a very nice history about Robert Kiyosaki and his friend Mike. I think you're reading, right?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
You can learn a lot of things from that book, to be honest with you. And start from there, get in love with the history about finance and stuff like that. Of course, there was different times, so the financial situation is different today. But you have to learn what happened in the past in order to start understanding what happened in the present. And that will give you a better idea what can happen in the future. So Rich Dad Poor Dad is one of the best one out there for you.
For those that take his advice and go listen to Rich Dad Poor Dad, just kind of giving this tip due to Claudia that she's currently reading Rich Dad Poor Dad. Stick to the book. Don't go on YouTube and start watching all of Robert's stuff. Robert is a new Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's still a very intelligent guy. He's still very this, but he has gotten off. He still goes based off of the book a lot, but now he's talking a little more complicated. So if you're starting off, just listen to the book. Don't go YouTubing this guy. If you YouTube him, let it be about Rich Dad Poor Dad, so that he can start to keep discussing about the same topic. Because now he talks about crypto and gold and silver, and all these other things to get invested in, which is besides what he tries to teach in Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is just making your money work for you, and it's very possible. So Claudia, you've been with us now for I would say a month.
Over a month, yeah.
What are some of the things that you would like to add that you've either learned from real estate or you've learned from hanging out with us or whatever the case is?
I just feel like when you're surrounded by motivated people, it just motivates you to work, be successful, reach your goals. I was working at Olive Garden not too long ago, and thought I was so happy there. Not really. But
You used to bitch about your job a lot.
yeah, it wasn't good. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I could get sued or something. But like it's whatever. I worked there and I thought that it was that it was fun and nice and good, but honestly, the better and sooner you start working, I would say that's the best. Um I'm just now learning things, but I feel like every day I learn something new. And that's the best thing, because if you don't learn nothing in the whole day, what were you doing?
Yeah.
Basically.
What you surround yourself with is very important. And what would you say is one of the biggest myths right now, though? I kind of have one. I don't know if I can give mine first, and then that way you can kind of know what I'm talking about.
All right.
But I think one of the biggest myths that's going on right now with especially the younger generation or whatever the case is everybody's trying to be a business owner. That's just what the social media is pushing out for that same reason that we were talking about earlier. I don't have a boss. I don't have this. I don't have that. I say before you start opening up a business, you get a little more educated on what a business requires, and also start learning the fact that you don't have to open up a business. There's many people out there that you can just go and partner up with and go farther together where you don't have to start from zero. He can handle, let's say, the advertising side because that's what he's good at. I'm good at this. We'll find another partner that's good at something else. You don't have to start everything from zero.
I would say, I would continue because you sure. I mean, you're right. There's a lot of people that wants to open their own business, but they don't know anything about the business, to be honest with you. They just saw, like you say, adding YouTube, how to do Amazon Flex, Amazon FBA, and this and that, how to invest $10,000 and get this back, how to open this LLC and blah, blah, blah. That's not the way. I say, if you really want to open a business, if you really have that idea and you really want to sacrifice a lot of time, because it takes a lot of time from you. If you really want to make something successful, you need to invest your time more than anything, more than money, to be honest with you. And I will say that first, start working in the business, in the industry that you want to open your business. Learn from zero. Learn from the bottom. What's the situation of the business? How the workers handle the line of production, for example. What is the guys that bring the stuff, the products and this and that. Learn from the bottom will help you to understand the business. And then when you are on top and you want to open the business, you already know what happened in the bottom. And you can treat the people as well as you want to be treated when you was in the bottom. That's period. You want to open your brokerage, that's fine. But you need to start as a realtor. You need to learn everything about real estate. And that's very good. I really like that you have to be a realtor for 2 years in order to become a broker and open your own company, because you need to learn the process. And then if you apply that, the same strategy in your business, that can be a restaurant. You want to open a restaurant. If you don't know about nothing about service, what are you going to open a restaurant? You don't really know about that. So you need to start working on that, learn, start from zero, start from the bottom, and they go try to go all the way to the manager, and then the kitchen manager, stuff like that. That way you can know the exactly line of production of that business and how it works, and what's the part that will fail, the part that you can grow. When you open that business, believe me, if you start from scratch, if you start from the bottom, that business will grow eventually, because you already know how to treat people and you already know how the flow of the business is going.
And you also just have to know, kind of sit down and think about things. Things aren't really that complicated. Like, let's say you want to open up a freaking restaurant. Um, don't apply at Olive Garden. Apply at Moms and Pops restaurant, that the business owner is sitting in his office while you're serving tables for the first year, but you get that one-on-one. After that, you can become a manager. After this, you can become the next thing. And next thing you know, you can start having a conversation with this guy about opening up a second restaurant.
There you go.
Somewhere else.
There you go.
And you already have the menu. You already know how to cook the things. You already know how to run the shit. Now you have a freaking advisor, mentor. Now you have a mentor while you're going through it. Like, it's just.
And most important, you have a partner that already done what you want to accomplish. That's the way. You don't have to reinvent the wheel.
And it's your decision too. Mm-hmm. Like, if you, at this point, it would be almost your decision if you want to partner with this guy or not. You know what I'm saying? And it all depends on you and how much you try. If you come there and you're showing up late and you're half-assing the shit and you don't really feel that passion for it, he's gonna notice that and he'll tell you, like, nigga, I'm not working shit up with you. But if you come in there and you work your ass off and you actually genuinely care, one of the things that I've noticed in real estate is it doesn't require a lot of my effort. Like, it doesn't require me to be like, fuck, I gotta go. Like, it almost comes naturally, and I think that just has to do with my passion for it. So, passion is definitely something big. If you want to do it really good every day.
That's it. I mean, it's up to you guys. If you want to have a better future, you can listen to this. You can start applying some stuff that we say. But most important is work on yourself, work for yourself. At the end, every single sacrifice you made in the road will pay off. Trust me. Believe in yourself. Don't let nobody, hold you back. Don't let nobody do that.
And stop
especially
making
your family.
Excuses.
Stop making excuses and go and get it. Go and get it. Today can be the day that you change the entire life of your life, and not only for your life, for your generation. Because I read something about rich people. I mean, wealth people that are really wealthy. They don't think about money for the next year, the next 10 years of his personal future. They think about money for generations. I mean, I want my son to have a better life, but I want my grandson to have the best life, to be honest with you. So today can be that day that changed your entire life if you start applying some of the things we say here. Starting from educate yourself, most of everything. I mean, educate yourself, invest money in yourself first before you go out and invest in something that your friend told you, hey, put the money here, and then you will see what happened. So find that out if that business is good for you, if that investment is good for you, and you will start investing in yourself at the same time. Second, take the risk. You need to take a risk. No risk, no reward. It's that simple. If you have an idea and you already make, a study about that idea in specific, take the risk and go and get it. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow, guess what? What's gonna happen tomorrow? Will still be an idea if you don't do anything about it. So go and get it. Go and get it. And start changing your habits.
Atomic Habits, guys, read that book.
Mm-hmm. So, like Jadiel say, change your music for audiobooks, for podcasts. Start looking for something that you really have passion for. I mean, for me, it was real estate in that time. And I started reading about real estate. I started listening about real estate. And that motivates me to start everything we have right now. And same with you.
And it can start as a hobby. Like, I keep using Claudia as an example because she's with us. But Claudia is a great example. She loves doing like her makeup to go out and stuff like that. And we've told her, like, dude, you're sitting in front of the mirror 30 minutes, an hour, however long she does to take her makeup. She does it maybe like 6 out of 7 days that she's going out.
That's 4 hours right there.
And I've told her, dude, just record yourself and put it on YouTube. Like, she honestly does her makeup like how I would picture somebody from YouTube does it. And it could just start as a little side hobby like that. Next thing you know, dude, there's people on YouTube making millions off of these freaking makeup channels. Millions.
Look, whatever you think you cannot do it, you go to YouTube and there is somebody doing it and show you how to do it. That's crazy. Even to change that door lock. So I didn't know about that.
YouTube education is a real
thing. Exactly. Guys, the opportunity is out there. I mean, there is no excuses. The opportunity is out there. Start asking yourself better question and you will find better answer. We're going to leave it right there. Thank you very much, guys, to be here over today. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you, Diel. So if you really like this, just hit the like button, shares, subscribe to the channel. And if you have any question, comment below and we'll be right there to try to make a video on whatever you want to do. All right. This is the podcast when we talk about a lot of stuff and you select what you want to hear. All right. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
And just to finish off really quick on that, if you lasted this long and you're looking to get into real estate, email either me, Airiam, or Claudia, and we're actually going to start allowing people to come in, depending on what.
And spend time with us here.
And spend some time, spend a day, spend a week, whatever the case is. We'll take you to some of our flips. We'll take you to some of our rentals, whatever the case is, whatever you're trying to get into. I know I wish I had that opportunity when I wanted to get into real estate. I didn't ask and nobody offered it at the time. So if you got this far into it, we're offering it. Just hit one of us up and you're more than welcome to come. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.